This episode is brought to you by Amazon Business. How can you free up your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business empowers leaders to not only streamline purchasing, but better support their teams so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more about the technology, insights, and support available at amazonbusiness.com.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why the new MyBiz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with MyBiz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit verizon.com/business to get started today. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and special intro offer discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, and terms apply. Offers end June 10th, 2025.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, The Hidden Wealth Opportunity by Gordon Stein of cashflowcookbook.com. I made a bad decision in the summer before my senior year of college. It could have been a total disaster, but a thirst for learning turned it into a hidden wealth opportunity. Let me explain. Who would sign up for a non-existent apartment? My friend Pat and I set out to find an apartment for our final year. We had a promising lead with Steve, the leader of Pat's band. We agreed to meet with him to talk about the place. Steve suggested that we meet over a beer, which was a bit odd, the normal practice being a meeting at the property being offered. But a free beer to a student is a fantastic tenant inducement, so off we went. Steve explained his vision for the place. Very functional, but stylish. 2 equal-sized bedrooms, lots of natural light, a cozy kitchen, neutral palette throughout. It sounded like a good fit. I asked if we could, have a look at it. It was then that he explained that it wasn't quite done yet, but that he would be working on it all summer. No problem for it to be ready for the beginning of September. The check arrived and Steve realized that he had forgotten his wallet. I didn't connect on that bit of character foreshadowing. I laid down some bills. We agreed to view the place the following week. The palette was neutral, all right. We entered through the front of the house and then descended some well-worn steps to the basement. Looked like they were salvaged from the Mayflower. A single bare bulb lit the dusty foundation walls and the gently undulating dirt floor. No sign of the natural light. It was a bit like the cave they bricked Fortunato in. Steve rhapsodized about where the kitchen would go and how he would excavate and put in the drains, where the bedrooms would be, and how a separate entrance would materialize in an exterior wall. The vision sounded promising, so without much as an artist's rendering, we signed up. I left a week later to head west for a tree planting job, excited about moving into the new apartment upon my return. 4 weeks before school, and I faced a nasty decision. I called Steve when I returned in late July, and he ruefully agreed to meet at the place. There was a big, rough, gaping hole cut into the side of the house that would form a separate entrance. Other than that, it looked pretty much like the cave I had seen 3 months earlier. Steve's silver tongue clicked into gear. There was talk of rent discounts, accelerated progress, and a bountiful stream of promises. Then came the unholy suggestion that the work would go faster if I helped him. An astute person would have walked, run, moved in with mom and dad, anyone's mom and dad, or slept in the school library, or couch surfed with friends for the year. I was keen to learn, and I loved an adventure. After a short trip home to grab some tools, we set to work. I had found a hidden wealth opportunity. Turned out Steve was a master craftsman. Concrete, plumbing, drywall, wiring, and carpentry. He knew it all. Each task began with a lesson, and I logged 10-hour days, watching him and then applying the skills in an attempt to, have shelter. He did it all with proper inspections that I watched to learn even more. Pat wasn't really a construction guy, so we didn't see much of him that summer. Meanwhile, the place began to take shape. We focused on building my bedroom and the basics of a bathroom. When school started, I had moved in, filled my waterbed, and was ready for school. There still was no exterior door, just a big hole, which was an issue because of 1, the chilly fall weather, 2, the possibility of vagrants moving in, and 3, the robust squirrel population in the area. By October, I had a door, a full bathroom, and a kitchen. In the end, I traded some long work days for a lifetime of skills. It was a hidden wealth opportunity. Work to learn, not to earn. Over the next 36 years or so, I have used every one of those skills many times over. A rookie mistake about renting a non-existent apartment set me up with a lifetime of trade skills have helped me build decks, finish basements, move walls, and insulate attics. So what was the overall benefit to me of the learning? Maybe $100,000, maybe more. But the savings got invested and continued to grow over the years. Looking back, every inch of me wanted to take the normal reaction to the situation. Some yelling, a small claims court filing, or at least a scramble for another apartment. And a wiser person would have never signed up to rent an apartment that didn't exist. But I would have missed a big opportunity. I read somewhere the phrase, work to learn, not to earn. Brilliant. Never miss the chance to learn new skills. They will serve you for a lifetime. You just listened to the post titled The Hidden Wealth Opportunity by Stein of cashflowcookbook.com. Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company, none of which are connected, and each one is more expensive and more complicated than the last. It can be pretty stressful. Now imagine Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected in one simple, easy-to-use platform, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo has user-friendly open-source applications for everything. We're talking CRM, accounting, inventory, manufacturing, marketing, HR, and everything in between. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive, disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple. When I started my conference, it felt like diving into the deep end. Each day brought new challenges, design, sales, marketing, and I was drowning in decisions. Finding the right tools became my lifeline. For millions of entrepreneurs, that essential tool is Shopify. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide and handles 10% of all e-commerce in the US. Launch confidently using hundreds of templates that create a beautiful online store matching your brand. Create content effortlessly with Shopify's AI tools that write compelling descriptions, craft headlines, and enhance photography. And market like a pro without a team. Plus, Shopify's experience covers everything: inventory, shipping, returns, and beyond. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/OFD. Go to shopify.com/OFD. Shopify.com/OFD. I think this post beautifully illustrates why mindset matters so much. Gordon was able to seize the opportunity in a circumstance that didn't seem very promising, which to me is indicative of an abundance mindset. I've been working on my mindset for years, and I'm finding that an abundant mindset allows me to take confident, consistent action. A scarcity mindset leads to fear and can paralyze your efforts to take action. I think something that helped me loosen the hold of a scarcity mindset over time was to allow my curiosity to be bigger than my fear. Rather than ruminating on all the things that could go wrong, I imagine what it could look like if things went right, which, by the way, is an equally probable outcome. I also stopped trying to avoid obstacles and stopped seeing them as problems when I did encounter them. The book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday helped me a lot with this. An abundance mindset leads me to say things like, you can't possibly anticipate today the opportunities that will present themselves tomorrow. That might sound obnoxiously optimistic, but it's totally true. Landing this job as your host of Optimal Finance Daily is a great example of life throwing me a bone. I never anticipated I would be doing this, and I didn't seek out a position as a podcast host. It was just one of those opportunities that presented itself, and my abundance mindset guided me to jump on it. That should do it for today. Have a happy rest of your day, and I'll see you on the Sunday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.